Alright, so there's a few things on the itinerary to go over. First thing is I have recently upgraded fossils and archaeology from 1.18.2 to 1.20.1. So there we go. It's now on 1.20.1. Second thing on the itinerary is some stuff has changed. For example, these two things are now enchanted because last episode, which ended up getting corrupted and I was never able to post, I made a little enchanting area up here in the top. So, that. And I got another scarab gem, so I made a pickaxe, which is leaving 2 scarab gems down here in this chest, along with a tar bucket. And I don't know if you saw, but I rearranged some of the stuff down here. So it's a little bit better. Alan is still here. He's still alive. I haven't killed him yet, so that's good. And now comes to the other stuff on the itinerary. The stegos, they're not dead. Neither are the trikes or the ankylosaurs, but I did have to separate them. So I made a bunch of, call them quarantine pens. Made a bunch of quarantine pens specifically for this because stuff has happened. With it now being 1.20.1, I haven't seen any of them break blocks, but what I have seen have them been breeding. They have been breeding, and I do not want another mass population like the last time. So they're all in separate quarantine pens. Now I could have put the males in the same pen, but I just didn't because I wasn't thinking. I made a separate quarantine pen for each one. So we got to keep a watch out between these two, mostly in this one because this is the males next to the females. And then we also have male next to female. And the ankylosaurs is only one of each. So, just, yeah. But I have seen a baby trike and a baby ankylosaurus, which I have gotten rid of the unhumane way, unfortunately. But, yeah. So, the only things that are in this big pen is the Parasaurolophus, the Diplodocus, the Therizinosaurus, and the Pachyrhinosaurus, which should be over here somewhere. He's been hanging out over here by the back. And they're still hanging out over there near the front for some reason. But, I have added some things. I've gone ahead and added some of the, tethered logs. And some of the scratching posts, I think they're called. Yeah, scratching posts. So I've added some of them. And that is because these guys were not very happy. Their mood went from being happy to like mid or medium happiness, which has happened with the Ceratosauruses and the Pachycephalosaurus and Dodo as well. They have gone from normal happiness to mid happiness. I'll get the Dinopedia so I can more explain what that means. But we're gonna have to do some testing with different things. I don't think they can break blocks. That I know for a fact is turned off. But, or at least, I don't know for a fact that it's turned off, but I believe it is. Whenever I went back into the game file or to the mod files to try and turn it off breeding, it says it was on false. But yet, I'd seen a baby ankylosaur since then, so I know that that is false. Also, I don't have the just enough items thing over here anymore. And I mean, I guess that could be because of this, but it's not over here. Even if I'm in the crafting table, it's not over here. So, I don't know what to do. I've added a new backpack mod because the other one was simply for 1.18.2. and I couldn't upgrade it without the backpack. So backpack's gone. There is another backpack mod installed, but I don't know how to craft any of those backpacks, so that'll all be fun. But yeah, mid happiness. Now here's the weird thing. If I punch him, he'll go and he'll play with the ball, and that puts his mood to full happiness. But that's all he does. Then he won't mess with it afterwards. And it's the same with Clive over here. Mid happiness. I'll punch him. I didn't mean to do it with the pickaxe. He'll go over. He'll hit the ball. And then he's happy again. But he won't stay like that. They'll go back down to mid happiness because they won't play with the toy I gave them. And it's the same thing with these guys. I looked it up. They don't like balls. They like this tethered log. But the same with these guys. Mid happiness. Mid happiness. I punch each one. They play with the tethered log. And then they're both happy. And I don't know why. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Happy and Joy, that's their names, yeah. I don't know what to do with them. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. So, I might not be playing Fossils and Archaeology for a while, at least until the Just Enough Items mod is working. I can keep them in the quarantine pens, but I need to know how to craft certain things like feeders and whatnot. I had to write down the feeder recipe for the quarantine pens because I had to make a bunch of feeders. But yeah, for these guys, I don't know. But something else that has been messed up. I can ride these guys, but I can't get them to go anywhere. If I punch or actually use the whip to go anywhere, I can't. And I'm pressing the forward button. I'm not going nowhere. It's not letting me go anywhere. It's just letting me sit there. And same thing with these guys, because I used to be able to ride the Trikes and the Ankylosaurus. I can't ride either of them. So we'll try to ride Neptune, and we'll see if... Because I haven't tested them. I've only really tested the Diplodocus and Triceratops. But I have not tested the Ankylosauruses. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere on these guys. I don't think I could ride the Stegosauruses. Where's Theo? Theo is here. Can't ride Theo. He wouldn't move forward. And I know I can ride the Para and the Diplodocus. Yeah, I could never ride the Stegos in the first place. So we'll test the Para, we'll test the Diplodocus, but I'm like 90% sure that I can't ride them. Or that I can ride them, but they won't go forward. Yep, not going forward. Not going forward. I couldn't ride you. Nope. We'll check the Pachyrhinosaurus, but I don't think I could ride him either. But we'll check. No, I couldn't. So yeah, I can't ride any of them guys, but... So, riding isn't working. As far as I know, they still eat from the feeders, I think. And these guys aren't happy, but... Oh, I punched him. Now he's gonna go and he's gonna hit that tethered log and he's gonna be happy. Watch this. Boom. Now he's happy. But they won't do anything unless I punch them. And only after I punch them will they actually go and play with something. He's going to hit the tethered log too. There. Now he's happy. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I love the mod, but I think updating it to 1.21 or 1.20.1 has messed with the features, so we're gonna have to wait for some bug fixes. And then I should be able to move these guys back in, because then after that they shouldn't be breeding anymore. But none of them have broken blocks. None of them have attempt to escape. So I don't think they can do that, so we're good. But they have been breeding, so that's something we have to watch out for. Now, what to do for this video, I don't know. I think what I'm going to try and do is get them guys some balls. That way they can at least somewhat be happy, and then once I move them back into the larger enclosure, once I move them out of the quarantine pens, I'll just put the balls in the quarantine pen. Or not in the quarantine, I'll put the balls into the larger enclosure. But we need slime and wool for these. So, there's seven stegos, 3 trikes, 2 ankylosauruses. So, 12, which means I need 8, 16, 32, 32 more wool, and I will need 16 plus 32. I need 46 string, which is going to be great. I do have looting 3, so spiders should be decently easy to farm. And I get shears for the wool. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Let the montage of shearing sheep begin. Alright, we got the wool that we need for all of the balls. Now all we simply need is the string. So, first order of business is to wait for the sun to set. And then we can play some spiders. But I actually think we might want to invest in some armor. Because we don't have anything to really keep us much. Oh yeah, we can edit signs now. I forgot we can do that now. So, I'm going to go ahead and craft us some armor, and then we will go ahead and start annihilating some spiders. Alright then. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun just fighting everything. That was a lot of fun. They gotta add scarab armor into this mod. That thing, it's overpowered. Slime. String. Nope. What am I doing? String, which goes in the corners. And that means wool. That'll give us 12 balls, which will make 2 blue, 2 red. Sorry, 3 blue, 3 red, 7 green. Let's sleep. So let's sleep. Can we not sleep? Oh no, it's raining. So it's just depressing. Got it. Okay, to the quarantine pens. To give them their gifts. I would like to give them the Diplodocus, Parasaur, Pachyrhinosaur, and their own ball, but it's gonna have to wait. There you go. I don't know if you're playing with it, but yeah, you're depressed. If I punch you, oh yes you will. Okay. And we have returned. I was getting a phone call, but I'm surprised with how hard you hit that. And you're back to being happy. Can you at least stay happy? Stay playing with it? Okay, you were happy. Are you eating? I think so. Yeah, you're also not happy. Alright. Dang it, I keep doing that. There we go. Everybody is happy now. Let's see if Clive and Cypher are still happy, because they were the first ones I checked on. But you want to bet they're not? I am willing to bet the life of Alan. If these guys are still happy, I will kill Alan. They're not. Be happy, both of you. All the problems can be solved with violence. And for the last little thing that I think happened last episode, I hatched a nautilus. I analyzed or cultivated and hatched a nautilus. I believe that, yes, I believe that is it for today. I'm done. Going into the lab. I'll see you all in the future.